However, if you take any of this loot, except for the flail head, these golems will attack. But the loot is pretty good loot, which sort of makes this whole thing rather interesting, because you really do want to get this loot, and it's worth getting. The thing is that, well, for one, is that I'm not sure I've got really the inventory space to really carry any of it because of all these arrows, and I really shouldn't be carrying so many of these darn arrows. I should probably find a way to get rid of some of them at least. Bam. Bullet, well, there. At least gives Anomen space to come up here and grab the flail mallet.
And glory.
So that at least gives Anomen this time to come up here and
Sharpened
grab that
ever
flail
meets
head.
goes. Point the sword, and Ice Helm guides my path.
So there. Actually, you know what? Because this is going to free up some inventory.
Who says
what? Space. Do I have all 3 heads to the flail now? Cold. Fire. And acid. Yeah, I do. That's actually all 3 heads to this flail. So let's go make it.
Jump on my
because
sword
that'll
while
free
you
up
can,
2
evil.
spaces in the
be as
inventory.
gentle.
And give us some more XP, which will be fairly useful when going after the whatever's on this in this basement. And the basement is probably the toughest level. Although this that Yuan T mage that we killed in the last series of videos is probably overall the toughest fight in this dungeon.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
You must
gather your party before venturing forth.
That's a bit of a spoiler. So I probably shouldn't be revealing that.
The bigger they are, the harder I hit.
I've played this game dozens of times. I know I haven't finished it every single time, but I've at least played through this dungeon so many times I know it like the back of my hand, because I play it in every single game. But even there, so I think I've been doing a fairly good job of keeping spoilers at a minimum. Although not so much in this group of videos, and I apologize for that. I'm sort of out of my LP rhythm here because of the long break, and now that I'm back, it's a little bit hard to get back into it. But yeah, let's go make this flail head, because we have all 3 parts to it. Why those trolls actually respawned and were blocking our way, I have no idea. But well, they're dead now, so they're not that big a deal. And they're gone. Jahira, let's just get some health back.
I hear you well enough.
And let's get some of Yashimo's health back as well. You place part of the flail on the forge and the work begins. The hammer begins to pound as invisible forces bring up a chain to attach to the magical ball. A short time later, the flail is ready. And here we have the Flail of Ages. You can see here, this is a pretty good flail, actually. 33% chance for the target to be slowed on hit with no saving throw. Plus 3 bonus to hit AC 0, so a plus 3 to hit bonus. Damage 1d6 plus 4, plus 1 acid, plus 1 fire, and plus 1 cold. And it's a plus 3 weapon. So this is actually a pretty good flail. So let's actually have Anomen be wielding it. Just I don't know what his flail points actually are. Probably not all that high. Yeah, for now let's have him using this mace. But truthfully, the flail is probably the better weapon. I just got to get him a couple points in flail to really be able to utilize it well. Let's do another quick save too while we're at it, and then we're gonna go back up to the other level.
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs!
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs! Why would I? You know, why would a hamster even want to suck eggs? That's one thing I've never really been able to figure out. Sort of, well, why would your hamster even want to suck eggs? But Minsk is kind of a crazy loon, so I suppose that maybe that's his way of being one. But he's also one of the most lovable characters in this whole series. And I doubt that too many people are going to argue with me about that. But I can just see the comments on YouTube now just starting screaming and making fun of me for saying that and everything else. I can just see it. Then again, I'm not exactly popular enough for anyone to care too much. So, yeah. But let's see what we'll do. We'll see what we can do about making our way down to the next level here. I kind of do want to get these treasures though before actually going. I almost wonder if I'd be better off just flat out leaving, selling this stuff, and then coming back. Which is probably... I mean, from certain perspective, that's probably the better way to do it. But, you know, the gaming purist in me doesn't really like the idea of actually doing that. So right now I'm just going to see how much inventory space is left in any of these guys' inventory. No, actually it's not too bad. But killing these golems is something that's going to be really hard.
I never imagined
especially
doing
this,
such great things.
especially this iron golem is going to be really hard.